Friends, Miss Natalie here, and today I'm going to show you how I use traditional materials of paper and pencil to create an op art drawing that focuses on form and movement. You can see I start by dividing my paper into 4 sections, and then I'm going to divide each of those sections into 3 sections. I'm using a ruler, but you can use any straight edge that you have, like a book or a notebook or a very straight piece of cardboard. Just going to finish up there with those lines. Um, I was trying to go really fast and then I realized, oh, I can just speed this up in post. So that's what I'm doing right now. After I put in all those sections, I'm going to go in each section and I'm going to create curved lines and I'm going to alternate those curved lines. It's really important that you have an even number of sections. You can have 12 like I have, or you can have more. Just make sure your sections are even. That way the curves will be balanced. I'm putting lines that curve one way in one section and then lines that curve the other way. So we get kind of this wavy look to it. Um, and at first I'm going section by section. I get a little ambitious and try to do it differently in a bit. My sections aren't perfect. They're not all the same. That is okay. Your sections can be different too. Um, this is where I get ambitious and I realize that I made a mistake. So I go back to just going section by section. I was like, wait, that doesn't line up. So I have to erase that and erase this and then figure those out. All right, once I have all those sections completed, and I've erased my mistakes, then I'm going to go in with my marker. And I'm really speeding this one up because this part took a long time. Even though I'm using a very large Sharpie, it still took a long time to get this done. And you can see while I'm coloring this in that the black and white you can see I am coloring in the alternative or the opposite sections on the, wow, too many use of the word sections. So these curves, I'm coloring in black in one section and white in the other. And you can see what I'm doing. It's hard to describe. It's easier to just look and see. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing it section by section so that I don't get confused and color the wrong thing in. I'm working on a table with a camera overhead, so my camera shakes every once in a while because my table is flimsy and my camera is mounted on the table itself. So I do apologize for a little bit of shake. I probably should have used a big marker for the big sections and then smaller markers for the smaller sections so I could get more precision. I'm just not a kind of precision person. You can tell while I'm coloring this in why my graphic design teacher in college told me I was too messy to be a graphic designer and that I should study painting and drawing instead, which is what I did. Before the real use of computers in graphic design. This was the early 90s. So now when I'm drawing, I usually want to do something that's more painterly, that's more illustration. And if I want precision, if I want to do geometric lines that are precise, then I'm going to use my digital art program. And I apologize that my paper slipped And so part of it is out of the frame. Didn't realize that. Oh, and you can see that little dot that I accidentally got, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to keep going, because that's what you do. You keep going. Again, this process took a really long time. So if you're doing this particular drawing, make sure you have lots of time to work on it. Yeah, I'm trying to go back every once in a while and make my lines a little more precise. You can also see that I'm putting more curves in some lines when I'm doing the marker than I did with the pencil, realizing that some of those curves are just not giving that illusion of 3 dimensions. But as I'm filling it in, you can see that the alternate curves really do make it look like it's wavy, or that it's a series of cones that meet in the middle. So it's really definitely giving that illusion of 3 dimensions. And also, those lines that are going from the edges of the paper into the middle are drawing your eye in. So it's also giving you some movement, and the curves also move your eye around the piece, which you will really be able to see when it is complete, which it almost is. Just a few more lines. And then, as I said, I did go back every once in a while and try to do whatever I could to make the lines more precise. But, oh, yeah, got to erase those pencil lines. Erasing the pencil lines, shaking the table, going back, trying to make it more precise. But that's pretty much the assignment. So get your paper and your pencil and your black marker and your ruler and go make some art.